Curse you damn Rangers! I will destroy you all! Save it for later, buddy. Alright guys, great job. This Death Galleon is done for. That's what he gets for attacking the city. Aww, poor thing need to continue. Thank you, Nadia! Whoa guys, look! What the? How'd he get so big? Man, how are we gonna defeat it? Wait a second guys, remember our Zyuoh cubes? We can combine them and form a big robot. Then let's get to it! This is amazing! Totally! This fire guy's gonna get a beating! Even if you have some fancy robot, I'll still defeat you! We'll see about that. Man! This thing is powerful! What? Why didn't my shot make it? You missed, fool! Let me teach you a lesson! Someone doesn't know how to aim. Watch out! Don't mess with this planet. Whoa! That was amazing, Yamato. I think it's time to take this guy down. Right. Huh? Zyuoh finishing strike. Zyuoh finishing strike. Zyuoh finishing strike. I think I just got fired up! They did it! They did it! They did it! Woohoo! We did it! Great job, guys. Hey guys, Roberto here, and today we're reviewing the DX Zyuoh King from Doubutsu Sentai Zyuohger. Now, if you guys don't know who Zyuoh King is, he's basically the main mecha for the newest Super Sentai team of this year, and that is the Doubutsu Sentai Zyuohger. And if you guys remember, I reviewed some Zyuohger stuff earlier this year. It was the Zyuoh Changer and the Sentai Vinyls. Well, over the summer, I got some money, so I was able to afford some more Zyuohger stuff, and I got the Megazord, and I got a bunch of other stuff to review. So get ready, guys. Zyuohger toys everywhere. But yeah, basically, let's talk about Zyuoh King a little bit. Zyuoh King is the main mecha, as I said earlier, for this newest team. And Zyuoh King is he's really cool. He has his like cube theme, but at the same time it's like a video game theme, and he's like made out of animals and stuff. And yeah, so it's really wild. But before we get to the whole reviewing and everything, lately, as in Super Sentai and Power Rangers, they've been making Megazords that are only 3-piece combinations. For example, if there's 5 Rangers in one team, they use 5 pieces, and each Zord or piece, it represents the Ranger. Well, they first did this in Dino Charge or Kyurager, if you guys watched the Japanese version. And in Kyurager, it was 5 Rangers when the series started. However, they only used the Zords for the Red Ranger, the Pink Ranger, and the Blue Ranger. And that was their main Megazord. Now, of course, the other 2 Rangers that were left out, they had auxiliary Zords or mechs. And basically, you could detach these guys and add some other, like the Green Ranger, the Black Ranger's swords. But yeah, I don't know why they did it. They did it probably because, you know, like more money, you know, more toys, more auxiliary stuff, and yeah. But they did the same thing again this time with Zyuohger. And in Zyuohger, there's the Red Ranger, the Blue Ranger, the Yellow Ranger, the Green Ranger, the Pink, and the White Ranger. And they only used the first 3 Rangers to form their main mech. And I don't know why they did that. I think it would have been kind of cool if they used all 5. Because I'm more of a fan of like just having everything combined. But yeah, but anyways. enough rambling. You guys get what I mean, like combinations and pieces, yeah. But anyways, a really fun fact about this review is that this is my very first Japanese mech toy that I've ever gotten. Originally, I was gonna get Shurikenjin from last year in Ninja, but I never got the time, and I was too busy with Dino Charge, so I never got around to getting him. And then I wanted to get Tokyo. Sadly, I never got him either because just money and issues. So I usually just collect the American versions, which is this guy right here, and I have the Legendary Megazord somewhere, and I have a Samurai Megazord too. But I'm really excited because this is actually my very first Japanese mecha or Megazord. Now, this guy's very different from our past mechs. If you guys don't expect this to be like great quality, I've seen some of the mechs from Bandai Japan and they're amazing, but this guy is very different, and he feels like an American toy. You guys get what I mean when I start showing off the toy. But anyways, enough rambling. Let's take a look at the packaging. Now, first off, starting with the box, it looks amazing. I really like the artwork it has. I like the whole nature theme it has in the background, like a big blue sky, and there's grass here, and then Zyuoh King is posing right here. Up there it says Doubutsu Sentai Zyuohger. It's the logo for the series. And this probably says like 3-piece combination or something like that. You can stick something in there. And then DX Zyuoh King from Bandai. Let's get closer. On the side, they do this thing with all the Japanese Megazords or Mecha, and they show like a little like bio on each of the individual pieces, and you know how big they are, what's their size, measurement, whatever, and it shows which ranger it is. For example, the first cube turns into an eagle, and it is Zyuoh Eagles, the Red Ranger, and then the second cube is turns into a shark, and it is Zyuoh Sharks. The third cube turns into a lion, and it's Zyuoh Lions. So it's just 3 rangers, and that forms the main mecha. So it's a really strange thing that they've been doing since they did it with Kyorager and Dino Charge. So it's really cool that they're repeating it. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's all right. It says Doubutsu Sentai Zyuohger over here, the main 3 cubes, and I think this is like size accurate. And it says DX Zyuoh King down there. On the top, a really cool picture of the main 3 Zords or mechs. And they're just flying and stuff. The eagle, the shark, the lion. At the bottom, a really cool picture of the main 5 Zyuohgers. See right here, they only used the main 3, and then green and white just got left out, and they don't have any part in this combination. And then the back is really cool because the back shows everything. Now it shows the mechs that we get again: eagle, shark, lion, and you combine them to form Zyuoh King. And then at the bottom is the other stuff that you can get in this line. The other Zords, so you see right here, here is the green and white ranger Zords, and that is the Zyuoh Elephant and Zyuoh Tiger. And then an auxiliary Zord is the giraffe. I think it's called the Kirin. That's what they call it in Japan, a Kirin, or something like that. But yeah, that was the packaging, guys. So now let's finally open this guy up. Alright guys, so here is Zyuoh King disassembled, and right now the Zords or mechs, they're basically in their animal cube mode, and basically they're in the little cube mode. Now the main theme for Zyuohger is video games and just cubes, and you know 80s video game styled. So basically like they have this cube mode, and it's like Rubik's Cube and everything. It's just really cool. And a really cool thing about the Zyuohger toy line is that each mech or mecha that you get, they're basically becoming, they can turn into a cube, and they have this the animal mode, and then it's the mode where you can combine it with other cubes to make it a big Megazord. Now we'll be taking a look at each one separately, so let's go with the first one, and it's the eagle. See right here, there's a big one, and that represents the first one, the first cube. Here's the side. Here's the front for the mecha, but the back for the cube mode. See right here, some part of the chest. Side again, bottom. There's a huge hole going through, so you can stick. I forgot to mention this right here. Actually forms it helps connect all the cubes together, and when you turn this around, you get the head of the mecha. I'll show you guys that in a few too. But yeah, so that's why they have a hole through there, so the thing goes through and it connects them. Next up is the shark, and here's a big 2. And the side, bottom, front, and the back or the front. This is going to be the lower half part for the mecha. And then finally is the feet or the legs, and it's the lion. I did it backwards. This is the lion, and there's a big 3 there. The side, And yeah, now before we start combining these things or transforming them to their animal modes, I want you guys to notice that these toys, this is very basic for Bandai Japan. If you guys have seen, if you guys collect, if you guys actually have any past Sentai mechs, you guys should see like the quality is a little better. The quality of Zyuoh King kind of reminds me a lot of the Bandai America Mecha or Megazords, and the reason why is because the plastic is just so, it's just so plastic. Like it's like if Bandai America made this, I would believe them, because really it does look like a Bandai America product. Usually, Sentai mechs are a little bit more high quality and they have some die cast to them or something like that. So it's just really strange holding something that's from like Bandai Japan and was done by this. And I actually got this thing for like $70, Zyuoh King, and I know it's a lot of money for such a little Megazord. But we'll get to talking. I'll talk to you guys more about that later, the price and everything, and if I should recommend it. But yeah, but I just wanted to mention real quick that the plastic reminds me a lot of like Bandai America type. I don't know, it's like that. So let's zoom in back in, and now I'm gonna show you guys how to transform into their animal modes. So first up is Eagle, and if you guys want to transform these, don't try to transform them out of the box. Please look at the instructions. I almost broke the Eagle one trying to transform it into its animal mode. The only thing you have to do is just turn up the head, flip out the head of the eagle. You flip it out one more time, and the wings are gonna pop out, and then you just get these sides right here, the arm. You're gonna turn them like this, and then it's the eagle. So it's Zyuoh Eagle. Yeah, really cool. Let me just put him right here. Next up is Shark, and Shark is also very easy. All you have to do is actually this part right here, these two pieces right here. You're gonna open them up, and it's gonna reveal a shark's head. It's gonna combine into a shark's head. You see right here the shark head, and then you're gonna pull this back here, and it's gonna pull out the fin. So right here is the shark. They're very cute. They're very, simplistic. Usually Sentai Zords or mechs, like they're just very like very hard, like not hard, but they're very like smart and like well thought. And these are just very basic. I don't think the creators had like a hard time creating these guys. And then finally is the lion, and all you have to do is flip up the head like this, and then the back, which is the legs and all that. And yeah, so right here we have the main three cubes in their animal modes. Let me put this a little bit back there so you guys can see the head. And yeah, and they're very basic. Now, something I want to know real quick is that some of these are actually not show accurate. Again, it reminds me a lot of Bandai America toys. Bandai America toys aren't very show accurate, and in the show, this is supposed to be like a turbine right here, and it's supposed to give like a mechanic like feel, so you could like fly around and stuff. And it doesn't have the turbine; it's just literally just a hollow thing you can see through. So it's not show accurate. So if this bothers you, it's just really weird that Bandai Japan is making toys that aren't accurate to the show. And I actually have another note about this not being accurate to the show later on when we transform into its mecha mode. And yeah, so next up is the shark again. Let's take a closer look at that. So here it is with its fin and all that. And then finally it's the lion. And the lion looks really weird. I don't know. It's a really weird face. I remember seeing the toy scans for the Zyuoh King. Honestly, it's the weirdest thing I ever saw. I actually didn't think that this was the actual like Super Sentai series, but it turned out to be. So yeah, and that was the lion. Now, before we combine these guys into Zyuoh King, I'm gonna show you guys real quick that thing again because I wasn't able to talk about it earlier. So yeah, so basically you combine these three into the cube mode. You stick this right through there and you turn it around, and the little saber's gonna pop out. And yeah, so those are the animal cubes in their animal mode and cube mode, and the little thing that goes through them. So let's finally combine Zyuoh King. And so guys, to combine Zyuoh King, you basically have to revert these little things right here back to their cube mode. So basically we just have to revert the process all over again. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna get Eagle first, since he's the first one. I don't know, we're gonna do it by order, by numbered order. You're gonna flip these things down here, and you're gonna make them look just neat. And then you're gonna flip down the eagle's head into there again. And then back here, you're gonna flip up the black hands, and you're gonna connect them here, and you already see the one coming back on. and you do the same thing over here on this side. And we have our first cube, and that's the number 1 cube, and it's gonna be on top actually. So I'm doing it by number order, as I said earlier. And next up is the second cube, and you're gonna get the shark's head, and you're gonna basically just disconnect it. You're gonna slice it in half, and then you're gonna put this the tail back here. You're gonna stick it in there, and that is the second cube. And then finally, the third cube is very easy. You just have to go like this and like this. So you have the legs already. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna first use the third cube, and then the third cube here. Next up is the second cube. You're gonna connect it there very easily. Now, what I really like about this thing is that it's not very loose, but it's connected at the same time. Of course, I wouldn't, you know, don't do this very hard, or it might just fall off. It's actually better if you use this totem pole thingy right here. When you connect it, when all cubes are combined, you connect it. You put it right through. And it basically gives it a better, more like safe protection and all that, just in case, so it doesn't fall through. But anyways, finally, it's the first cube, and then you turn it around, and you can kind of see the body showing up already, so you can kind of see Zyuoh King, and yeah. So the first thing you're gonna do here is just flip up the eagle's head, and next up, you're basically gonna get the totem pole thingy and put it right through here. And the arms pop out, so that's just really cool. I actually really like this feature. I love doing this. And then finally, all you have to do is get this thing right here, the little saber, stuck in his head, and you turn it around, and it's gonna reveal Zyuoh King's face. And you take it out, and you connect it to his arm or hand, and you have Zyuoh King. Now, I like that the process of transforming this guy into his mecha mode is very easy. It's very fun. The whole flipping out feature that it has when you stick it in there, it's just really cool. And then, of course, I kind of knew how to do it at first. I didn't need the instructions, but it's always better to just look at the instructions just in case. But it just looks really cool. And you see right here, you see how well it's connected and everything. So let's take a closer look. Here's the front, from the side, from the back. See right here, the 2 and 3, the cubes were connected very nicely. And it's not loose, it's just connected right. And from the side. And then the front again. Now let's actually take a closer look at the face. Let me see if my camera lets that show up. And the face is it has green eyes, and it's basically the usual mecha face. If you look at right here, Dino Charge Megazord's face, it's very similar. They have green eyes too. But yeah. Now you guys can also notice the little video game theme it has going on. You see the little white pixels right here, the black pixels, the little cubes and everything. It's really cool. But yeah. Now, as I was talking about earlier, this thing is actually not accurate to the show version, as I was talking about Eagle with the little turbine. But basically, if you guys see this black slit right down here, this isn't supposed to be here. In the show, it's just negative space. There's nothing. This isn't supposed to be part of the mecha. And the reason why, at least in my opinion, I think why they added this black slit right here is because if they didn't have it, then the cubes would look messed up and not accurate to the show. So either make the cubes look messed up, or just make the mecha and at least make it look like it's standing. You can kind of see if you kind of ignore the black line, it kind of looks like it's actually standing, even though it's literally just 3 solid cubes stacked up on each other. But the paint really makes it look like it's standing on its 2 legs, not just a third black thing going down there. But yeah, but anyways, enough rambling about that show accurate stuff. It's actually accurate to the rest of the show. I don't really see a lot more stuff. Oh, actually in the back, this is supposed to be a full cube. I think it's supposed to be a full cube. I've seen the show a few times. Of course, I don't pay a lot of attention to Zyuoh King, but I've seen that the back is usually like a full cube. So the arms are supposed to form part of the cube, and I think that's why the back looks kind of weird. When I first when I was looking at the images online about this thing, I actually thought they looked really off, with the back just being like this and just like the rest of the cubes. It just looked really weird to me. But having it in hand now in the toy, it's actually kind of enjoyable. I'm not really against it or anything. So yeah. But anyways, here's Zyuoh King come next to a Bandai America Megazord, and it's really weird just having a Bandai Japan mecha stand next to a Bandai America Megazord, and like the fact that it's smaller than the Megazord, it's just really off, because usually it's reversed. It's basically Bandai Japan is bigger, better quality. Of course, this guy isn't as better quality as this one. The plastic here is a little bit more just durable, and this one is a little bit more, just loose and stuff. But yeah, but it's really weird seeing a Bandai America toy that's towers over the Japanese toy. So anyways, yeah. Now let's take Dino Charge Megazord back. Now guys, I actually wanted to try this. Even though I don't have a lot of cubes, I only have the main 3 right now that can form Zyuoh King. I was thinking if you could like match it up, like mix it up. Let me see if I can do this thing. Of course, I'm gonna keep the top right here. Let me actually take this out first. I'm gonna keep the top of Zyuoh King, but I'm gonna try and switch the legs up with the lower part of the body and see if that can work. And it actually works, so that's really cool. I'm gonna stick Zyuoh King right here. Let me see if it works. I'm betting it's probably not gonna. Oh, it actually stuck in there. That's surprising. All right, well, you can kind of match it up, mix it up. If you have more auxiliary cubes, of course, I only have 3 right now. But if you got the green Zyuoh Elephant and Zyuoh Tiger, you can match it up a little more. You can put those extra 2 down there. You can make a big Zyuoh King. But yeah, you can basically match it up and you can make it look however you want. Of course, it looks really weird because the legs are on top here and then the lower part is right here and it just looks off. And I like my things being perfect and neat, so I'm gonna disconnect it now. I was just showing you guys an example of what you can do with this. Okay, right here, and then right here, right here. But yeah, Zyuoh King is just a very fun toy. Now another fun thing you can do with Zyuoh King is you can use the little mini figures that come with the Zyuoh changer. You can pose them next to Zyuoh King, and of course, while they're not very show accurate because the Zyuoh King is supposed to be a little bit more bigger than these guys. They're supposed to be like little ants next to him. You can actually pose them with Zyuoh King and it looks really cool. If you guys saw the intro, I did use the green and white ones to like make it look like Zyuoh King was towering over them. So yeah. But these little minifigures come great in hand if you want to pose them with Zyuoh King right here. Like Red's just came out of the cockpit and he's like posing bravely and all that stuff. Make a little zoom up over there. But yeah, they look really cool just standing next to him. And yeah. And so guys, my final thoughts on Zyuoh King is that he's a very different type of mecha. Now, I'm not telling you guys not to get him or to get him, but I'm telling you guys that it's really up to you. I got this guy because I actually really like Zyuohger. I love the show. I like the design of Zyuoh King. Was the price that I paid for him, $70, a little bit too much? Sort of, in my point of view, like, I got him for $70, but I got him in 3 days. He's on Amazon right now, and if you guys, he's actually $50, but the problem with that is that the shipping is free. And that's SAL shipping or something like that. And it basically takes like a month to get here from Japan. And I literally ordered him from this really cool website online. It's called Toku Collectibles on Facebook. And he came in like 3 days, but it was $70. Of course, he's not worth the money that I paid. I think he's more like a $40, $50 type of mecha, but I don't really have a lot of issues with paying a few more bucks just to get him for in a few more days. I just really wanted to get some Zyuohger stuff, but he's very simple, but he's very fun at the same time. So it really just depends up to you if you guys think. He kind of looks ugly if you like look at the picture online, but once you actually have him in hand and you connect him and you disconnect him and you just play with him, like you start to like him a little bit. And of course, you guys start collecting more Zyuohger mechs and auxiliary mechs and all that stuff. He actually starts to get more bigger, and you can do more stuff with him. And of course, you're paying a lot more money, but you're actually going to be having more fun just disconnecting and making new combinations and all that. Of course, I can't afford everything Zyuohger, so I'm not going to be getting the auxiliary stuff. But at least I got Zyuoh King to at least just have him post my collection, and yeah. So in the end of the day, is this toy worth it? Definitely up to you guys. I said earlier, it's really just your choice. If you guys like him, get him. If you guys aren't sure, then just watch some reviews, try to figure out how he looks. For me, like if you're not in a hurry to get him, then wait like a few more months. Usually when the show stops, like it starts to get to its finale, the toys start to get lower, the price gets lower, and by summer 2017, this guy will probably be like $30 on Amazon, and you'll get him, like the shipping will be like cheap and all that. So yeah, if you're not in a hurry to get him, then definitely wait till then. But if you really wanted to get him right now and you just want to have him in your collection right now, then definitely go ahead for it. It's gonna be a little hard to find them with like the price that they are, but definitely don't pay over more than $70 for this guy, especially when the shipping is like like it's like bad and it's SL. Like if you guys can search up on Facebook Toku Collectibles, it's a really cool page and they actually sell a lot of Toku stuff, and the price it's actually very fair because the shipping is it's amazing. It takes only 3 days. I actually ordered a bunch of stuff from that website. I got a ghost driver and everything. So yeah, definitely expect more toy reviews coming up. And yeah, guys. But anyways, back to my final thoughts. I just think that it's a very fun mecha overall. Of course, I kind of wish that it had more quality and it was more Bandai Japanish. It kind of looks like a Bandai America toy, but if that doesn't bother you, then definitely go ahead for this guy. But try to find him for like a fair price. That's all I say. And so guys, that was my review of the DX Zyuoh King from Doubutsu Sentai Zyuohger. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and this is Roberto from Ranger Mania, signing out.